Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and we're going to do a quick benchmark shootout between the Galaxy Note 3 and the OnePlus One. Both have similar specs. Let's turn them on here. There we go. You can see one is running CyanogenMod, or you will see that, and one is running TouchWiz over Android. So both of these are Android devices, very similarly spec'd. We have the Snapdragon 800 2.3 GHz quad-core processor in the Galaxy Note 3 with 3 GB of RAM, where in the OnePlus One we have the Snapdragon 801 with a 2.5 GHz quad-core processor and also 3 GB of RAM. You can see it's taking a little bit longer to boot up. Everything should be updated. Let's unlock these. A little tricky to do with both hands there. Now both displays should be at full brightness, and we can see this here, brightness, and that's the difference between the displays. We have a 5.5-inch display on the OnePlus One, 5.7-inch on the Galaxy Note 3. One is an AMOLED, one is an LCD, and you can see the vibrancy is a little bit different on both of them. But what we're going to do is run through 3 benchmark tests, Antutu, 3D Mark, and Geekbench, and then we're also going to do a quick browser test. So let's start off with Antutu. Now nothing should be running. You saw they both booted up. No recent apps. Everything's closed, and it should be pretty good to go. Shouldn't be any updates, anything like that. So let's go to Antutu and open this up. Now I did run this before, and let's run it again so you can see it side by side. And you would expect that the OnePlus One's a little bit faster, but let's test again. Now I'll speed this up to help you get through this a little bit quicker than it took me. On the OnePlus One, you see we have 35,565. On the Galaxy Note 3, we have 35,157. Both very close, both very fast devices, and you can see on this particular screen, it bests the HTC One M8. So let's go back home. Next, we'll run 3D Mark. Let's double check and make sure nothing's running. We have no recent apps. We'll go back home and open up 3D Mark. We'll wait for it, and what we're going to do is run Ice Storm Unlimited. And again, I'll speed this up for you to make this go by a little bit quicker. So we'll hit run, and we'll let this load and see how they do. Here you can see we have 19,200 on the Galaxy Note 3. On the OnePlus One, we have 19,641. Very, very close. And you can see here's the different scores below as far as graphics scores. I won't read through each one of them, but you can see them. Pretty impressive, both of them. OnePlus One comes in a little bit better. Let's move on to the next test. We'll close that out. Our final test before the browser test is Geekbench 3, so let's open that up. And you can see what each of them are running, and we'll hit Run Benchmarks. And again, I'll speed this one up as well. Now both have completed, and you can see on the Note 3 we have some interesting results. 955 for single core score, 1009 on the OnePlus One. Higher score on the multi-core score, 2858 for the Note 3 versus the 2457 of the OnePlus One. So pretty good. I don't think you're going to notice much of a difference between the two, but it's an interesting test just to check out. For the final test, we're going to run a quick browser test. Now, I did plug the Galaxy Note 3 in for a little bit just to kind of make sure we have enough battery. Here we have about half on the OnePlus One and only 26%. So I want to make sure that we have enough power to get through those previous tests. So let's open up Chrome, and we'll open up a new tab, and we'll go to Zollotech for both. Actually, they're saved here. Just show you how quickly they scroll. They both came up about the same time. Both very smooth, no problems there. And let's just go to Android. Tough to type together if you've ever tried this. Android. We'll let it find it for us. Android. So we'll go to android.com. And you can see that loaded quick, a little bit slower on the ONEPLUS One. Now, one thing to note is the ONEPLUS One does seem to have weaker Wi-Fi than the Note 3 for some reason. But they're both equally smooth, both scroll smoothly, and both actually pinch to zoom smoothly as well. One more test. We'll just go to Google. And you can see the pinch to zoom. Smooth on both, no problems there. So really nice, both devices are great. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.